Mackenzie ASA Pro-Am Tour returns for the 13th time to London, Kentucky, home of the original Kentucky Fried Chicken. Laurel County Fairgrounds plays host to the penultimate round of 2019 as the field of 5 archers is set for our 4 pro classes to decide who will stand on top of the podium and be crowned Mathews Pro-Am champion. It's time for the Pro Pressure Point Shootdown. Well, welcome everyone to the Shootdown field here in London, Kentucky, as archers get ready to, well, be crowned champion of this one. They're judging yardage for the 3 classes that we have. My name is Greg White. Sitting alongside me is pro shooter Christine Harrelson. Christine, welcome to the booth.
Thanks so much.
So it's been an absolutely crazy, well, more day, I guess. Yesterday's day was pretty good. It was pretty solid, but today was crazy. Tell us about it.
It was. We just didn't know what to expect. Everyone was checking the radar from 6 a.m. on because we had some big storms blowing through from the west. So we knew we were going to have wind, heavy rain, and worst of all, lightning and thunder, because that's going to pull us off the range, which it did.
And Christine, right now we're in the yardage judging phase of this one before we get shooting. So what's going through the archers' minds that are in the women's pro, men's pro, and senior pro classes?
They're saying, oh my gosh, how far is that? I think I know how far that closer one is, but how much farther is that deer from the taper, and that turkey, is it really X yardage or not? That's what they're thinking.
And this shoot down field could not be more different than what we have been shooting. Tell me about the woods and the lanes and all that type of stuff that we saw in qualifications to get here.
Well, first of all, I think it's kind of interesting the mix that we have for the women's pro shooters. We've got some folks, I don't want to say that they're absolutely newcomers, but it's a different mix of top 5. So what we've seen indoors versus outdoor shoot down, that's a big difference. You just don't at all judge the same inside a building as you do out in an open field like this.
All right, while these archers judge, we're going to take a break. On the other side of that break, we're going to talk to the famed Levi Morgan about what Shooter of the Year is all about. So stay with us as our coverage continues of the Mathews Pro-Am for the Mackenzie ASA Pro-Am Tour.
We don't build these bows to be different. We build them to be better. We're the outsiders, the mavericks, the fearless. We forge our own path. We're not chasing anyone, but we know what they're running from. It's an obsession, and the obsessed never rest.
Vince Lombardi once said, winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all-time thing. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. I've learned in my career I'm only as good as the tools I use.
12 for Levi Morgan.
One chance, one moment, one shot.
Get in the red zone. Carbon Express's small diameter Maxima Red SD, taking big game hunting to an all-new level, making other competitors' single spine arrows obsolete. Patented tri-spine technology controls arrow flight, delivering better downrange energy and accuracy, all in a small diameter shaft. Think you're shooting the best hunting arrow in the game? Think again. Stay in the red zone. Assume nothing and shoot Carbon Express.
Tell us about Shooter of the Year. What is it?
Well, Shooter of the Year is, in my opinion, the most coveted title in the ASA, and it has been for years, and that's the points race. That's who shoots most consistent all year. It's bigger than any tournament, really, and it means more, at least to me, than any of the tournaments, because it's who's the best shooter this year, not today, not yesterday, all year long, who's the most consistent. So it's really just a points race. It doesn't count the shoot-off, doesn't count your finish. It's just pretty much the sum of all your normal day scoring for the year, and that you get to drop your lowest tournament. So, and to me, Shooter of the Year is really the national championship of the ASA, because then you have the Worlds, which is the classic. That also counts for Shooter of the Year. So it's a huge deal, So that's the best way I can put it. The best way I can describe it would be it's the national championship of the ASA.
So for those that are new to the sport,
Right.
What does it take to win a Shooter of the Year?
Consistency. Just you can't really make a mistake. And so when I started this, I turned pro when I was 18, and Jeff had won 7 in a row. That seemed impossible to me, and of course everybody, because we all realize how hard it is to shoot consistent all year long, tournament after tournament, with this kind of pressure, and not make mistakes, that'll cost you. Knowing somebody out here is going to shoot really well. So you really have to just be able to put all that behind you and shoot one day at a time, one shot at a time, one tournament at a time, and know in the back of your mind what's at stake. But if you shoot every shot in every tournament thinking about Shooter of the Year, I don't think you could do it, And so I won the first year, that's great. And I won 2, and then, me and my wife were like, maybe we could do it, And then the closer I got to Jeff's record, it was like, holy cow, this is possible. And then so we just kept going, and now 12 in, and this year I'm way behind, And I knew eventually there'd be a year it would be over, the streak would be over. But now even looking back, if you told me win 12 in a row from right now, it seems impossible. So you just shoot your bow one tournament at a time, one shot at a time, and let the cards fall where they fall, and the most consistent guy gets awarded.
Well, Christine, when you look at Shooter of the Year for Men's Pro, Levi Morgan actually made up 19 points on Danny McCarthy, and we're at the point of the season where the one has been dropped. So you can see there, Danny McCarthy 22 points ahead of Levi Morgan. So we have, one more round to go after this. Is it possible, you think, for Levi to reel in Danny at this point?
It is always possible. He is just one person I would never count out, and I know that Dan knows that as well. Nobody that's on the board right now, you see Dan, Levi, Jack, Tommy, and Joseph. Nobody can fall asleep at the wheel, and anything could happen. So they're all going to have to stay on top of their game.
We'll talk more about Shooter of the Year and the other classes on the other side of this commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get things going with the Women's Pro class. So keep it locked right here for the 2019 Mackenzie ASA Pro-Am Tour.
You have about 60 seconds. They're just finishing up.
The 2019 Mathews Pro-Am in London, Kentucky is brought to you by Mathews Archery,